Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Sinister are powered up to share their expertise on the business end. But don't forget to tell a friend or a colleague, and of course have your tools on hand, your notebook and your pen. Classes are in session every Tuesday, 3:30 on Gospel JA for the business end. Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Sinister await you.
Welcome to the business end. Here we provide real and practical solutions to advance businesses by speaking with the professionals and also the existing entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Zidane Sinister, and with me today is my guest host, Sir Tennyson Dixon, a true man of God and a real entrepreneur. And our guest is the lovely Anna K. Williams. She is resilient and ever glowing. Anna K. Williams. She is the CEO and founder of The Confident Authentic Woman. Welcome, guys.
Thank you so much, man of God, for having me. I'm just excited about what is about to happen. I hope our viewers have their notebooks and pens ready because the nuggets that are about to be released will take them to the next level.
Next level.
Thank you so much for having me as well. I'm in for the ride. I know it's going to be good.
Thank you. Welcome, guys. So, let me start. Who is the confident, authentic woman?
The Confident Authentic Woman is a movement. I love to look at it as a movement more than a brand. It's a movement that provides offerings, that provides services, products, that is going to cultivate, it is going to advance, it is going to really help that woman who will come in contact with the brand to feel confident and to be able to evoke that level of authenticity. And so we have offerings such as, we have the Madame Obi statement belts, and we have 3 styles in the Madame Obi, and I'm going to give you the names later on. We also offer makeup artistry, coaching. We also offer styling.
Wonderful array of products and services that for me, that seems like is a full service, one-stop shop for the confident, authentic woman.
Definitely. So, Lady Anna, talk to us. What was the motivation behind the start of your brand?
Okay, so the brand started because I had a need. So it was postpartum, and it was postpartum depression. So I had this issue after my baby Clayana. And I'll tell you, Clayana Abigail Williams, and I'll say that name because Car initially is the initials of Clayana Abigail Williams. And it's postpartum depression and body shame. And so I went in solution mode as to how is it that I can bring back some level of confidence, some level of, feeling good about myself. And the belt idea came about. I started making the belts, and other persons took on to the style of the belt. They affirmed it, and I thought, let me start a business from this. And so because it helped me with my confidence, I thought, why not extend it to the wider women to, in some way, fashion or form, enhance their confidence as well. So, yeah, that was how I really started.
So Lady Anna K, you spoke about starting it out of that situation. And woman of God, I see you glowing here today, so I know you have passed that, and you're now happy and glowing. Let me ask you, what sort of experience did you have in the fashion industry before you started?
I had no experience initially. The experiences that I have before getting into business was just the makeup artistry. I'm a certified makeup artist. I'm a certified esthetician. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah.
It's a word that always gets me. Yes. So right. So it's beauty. It's really about beauty. I'm certified in those areas, but I was never certified in garment construction, fashion designing. No sort of certification in that area. But I want to tell you though that I am now enrolled in garment construction.
All right.
Excellent.
So I'll just stick up in there to just let somebody know that you don't have to be fully prepared to start. You just need
on.
to start, you know?
Come on.
So that was it for me, you know. So I started with what I had. I know I loved beauty, I know I loved fashion, I know I had a natural inclination for it, and I moved towards it.
Excellent. So you fly the plane
While I'm
building
building.
it. Excellent. Excellent.
That sounds familiar.
That sounds very familiar. That sounds very familiar.
All right, Lady Anna. So you spoke about coaching as part of one of your services. Now talk to us. How is that part of the brand? How is it incorporated? What is that about?
All right, so as I said earlier, I love to consider car as a movement, and I believe that within this offering of the coaching, it is really impacting not just the physical aspect of a woman, but also the internal aspect, because I believe that if the internal aspect is being catered to, then there will be a natural flow physically. And I feel like real confidence comes from inside and not necessarily outside. So I believe that being trained as a WTW, which is Wired to Win, as a coach, you know, in the Wired to Win fraternity or community, you know, I feel like it is necessary for me to incorporate that in the whole offering of equipping and advancing and cultivating the confident, authentic woman.
So if I may add, Lady Anaki, that sets you apart from anybody else in the fashion industry, in which you saw it fit to make sure that you were addressing the total need of a woman, internally and outside.
And externally.
Wonderful, wonderful. So may I ask you, what are some of the challenges that you encountered in your journey in business and how you dealt with them?
Okay, so I'm just a creative person. Put me in a space and I'll just create. But to administration, to do the budgeting and to ensure the financial aspect are intact, which are very important to running a successful business, that's just not me. And so I had to make up my mind that I'm going to put in what is necessary in terms of outsourcing these services, outsourcing these expertise in order to be able to have a movement, not just a business, a viable, sustainable movement. Another issue that I have as being in the business now is really the manufacturing aspect of it.
Yeah.
The manufacturing aspect of it. I'm still working it out with the Lord. I'm a woman of God, and we are still working it out. But that is not going to stop us. We do the best that we can with what we have now until the solution comes.
Awesome. All right, so you just outlined some of the challenges that you have, you know, been experiencing, which you are going to overcome. So talk to me about, and talk to the listeners about, you know, what are some of the highlights on the car journey?
Wow, car is like 3 years in, and we've managed to be a part of the wardrobe of the 2022 Miss Universe when she represented Jamaica in New Orleans. Tashami, I think her name, Calvin. She wore our piece, our glam flare, one of our statement belts. She wore it as she was representing Jamaica. We are able to put the products in stores. We have partners, retail partners, namely Fashion 911, Ignite Boutique, Fontana. We're able to even get features on TVJ. We were able to get a spread in the Gleaner, Lifestyle, you know. We were able to show up in different expos and just be a standalone brand. It is just magnificent what is happening in car.
Well, Sir Zidane, it seems as if the plane, she put it together while she
She's putting it together.
And I want to also mention, that we are sponsors. We sponsored We Inspire. I want to put that in there because We Inspire is about the internal.
Yes.
The internal aspect. And we were also a sponsor to the She Leads conference that was the other day, which is the empowering in businesses and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure that I say that, you know.
Excellent, excellent. But let me go back. Let me go back a bit. You made mention of the different products and services that you have. Could you explain for our listeners and viewers what are some of the styles that you have and what are some of the products that you have offering?
Thank you. Yeah, sure. So, as I said earlier, OB bells, statement bells, wrap bells, but we have it in 3 styles. I'm going to tell you the names. One is called Madame OB, one is called Glam Flare, and one is called Snatch and Keep. They're all statemented, beautiful belts that will instantly elevate any outfit. And you know what I love about these belts? It adds variety to your closet. So you can have pieces in your closet that needs to change up a little bit and you just need to add a belt to it. We also offer handmade earrings, you know, and we offer makeup artistry services.
I see you have on a piece there. Is that one of them?
Yes, this is a Snatch and Keep.
Could you stand? Could you stand so us to see?
Good thing I play netball, you know. So this is a Snatch and Keep. This is a more structured look between the Madame Obi and the Glam Flare. So it's almost like a transitional kind of thing. It's progressional, the style. So you will see the styles transforming, but we maintain the wrap effect, the Obi effect.
So it adds a bit of elegance.
It adds elegance. It adds edge.
So can this piece be worn with anything?
Pretty much.
So what are some of the pieces that you would recommend for some of your clients in terms of different sizes and body types and stuff like that?
I'm getting excited. So.
yes, lady. Okay, go ahead.
So one of the things I love, right? I love the idea of having on, and ladies, you know what I'm talking about when I say a bodycon dress, right? A bodycon dress. Imagine yourself having on a simple bodycon dress, and you want to attend that evening event. You grab one of the Glam Flare, you put that Glam Flare around that dress, and watch your style instantly elevate to an elegant, sophisticated evening wear. You just need your heels, your nice hairdo, you know your earrings, and you're good to go.
I love it. I love it. All right, so if there's anyone and you want to call in, ask a question, you can contact us at 754-3694 or 908-0936, and please remember the 876. Thank you so much.
Yes. So let me ask you, woman of God, is there any advice that you would want to share with our listeners and viewers who are desirous of getting into business or who are already in business and maybe struggling, and you have gone through similar situations? Is there any advice you have for those persons? What would they be?
It's a confident, authentic woman, so I'm going to keep it real. I'm giving you my experience.
Yes.
From my experience, I think one of the greatest things to have is association. I look at where Car is now within the 3-year span, and I can attribute its growth to the right association, to the right persons being in my corner, granting the right advice. Now, I know that not everybody will have the luxury. And this is where networking will come in. This is where you stepping out of your comfort zone and going out there to attract the right association coming. But I'm telling you, the right association, I believe, is one of the best thing you could have. Also, do not despise small beginnings. I have an apostle who will say, dream big, start small, start now. Don't despise you starting small. Don't despise you starting, at the bottom, because guess what? If you're there, it means that you have the opportunity to grow. And that is what you want to do. You want to grow in your business and you want to grow with your business. As well as underpinning all of this, have a strong why. Don't let your why be just the bottom line. Have a why that really and truly brings value to those who you are going to serve. make sure that your why is value added. You know, it's not just the bottom line. We know that profit is what makes a business. But if you're not adding the value, there is no profit to garner.
Wow. Yeah, man, that's a
deep.
good one. Yeah,
That's
that's
deep.
a big nugget right there. I hope the listeners wrote that one down. Have a big why. Because sometimes, man of God, the money, it will look good, but you need something more than money to drive you in
Exactly.
business.
Especially when you encounter those challenges.
Yes.
You will want your why to be greater than those challenges.
Yes.
So you can push through and have that never give up mentality.
Yes. Lady Anaki, I have a question for you and for our viewers here, and I know they're probably asking the same question as well. What role did your faith play in your business?
Oh my gosh.
I saw the look on your face. What is it?
Oh
What
my
is it?
gosh. He's taking me now. He wants me to go church, He wants me to start preaching. Listen.
Easy.
The faith walk. I mean, I'll tell you this much. I believe so much in this that I resigned my 9 to 5. I gave up my security of a salary so that I can be fully engaged, so that I can go fully in this and just allow it to become and mushroom into this grand thing where a community is built and women are being developed and women are being equipped, so if I was to say how my faith worked, my faith is working even now. I'm telling you, it's working even now. Yeah, man, I made some decision and I decided I was going to step out on the water. Like I felt like a bidding. Like Peter, I felt that bidding and I stepped. And I'm stepping and I keep stepping.
Let me ask you. You must have had tower of strength. You must have had that enormous faith. What sort of mindset do you think is needed to push a business such as yours in Jamaica?
I believe you have to have the mindset of persistence. You have to be determined. And you know what? Most importantly, you have to believe in what you're doing and what you have to offer. You must believe that this is a solution and that there really is a problem for this solution. And that I believe that is what has kept me. I really believe that I have a solution.
Yes.
Like I really believe that, because I feel like if it did it for me, it can be done for you.
Yes.
So I feel like that is the mindset that really keeps me going. It flows into the determination, the persistence and all of that. But I believe it's because I believe in what I have and I believe in what I'm doing.
Well said. Lady Anake, so talk to us about your support system. Who is in your corner? Who is shouting your name? Who is supporting you?
I believe I have strong support system. And heading that support system is my husband. When I said I was going to move from the security of a job, he was willing. He was supportive. He said, you know what he said to me?
What did he say?
Tell us.
He said, I am a man of faith. So I had his faith to augment my faith, and I think that really propels me. And then I have some friends. They are, I don't want to get teary-eyed, but I mean, and the thing is, these friends, they are expert in their own rights.
Yes.
So they really add value to the business. Yes. But when I tell you about the emotional support, when I tell you about the just when I started feeling a little shaky, their words of encouragement, and then I put myself in circles. So I have let me give you my friends' name. You have BRBC. Mm-hmm. You have KSMC services.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The founders and the CEO of these businesses, those people are my friend. Bobette Rigg, Kessima Harris. And then I have the vendor circle. Mm-hmm. And that is a community of business personnel who you know, they that's where you can go and cry. They understand the struggle. They understand the root, and they understand the journey. And so when you have the issues, you just go to someone and you cry. And when you cry, you get solution.
Hey, I like that. I like that. All right, so Lady Anna, where can we find you? Where are you? Where can we view your products, and how can we contact you to get one of those lovely products?
So I am in Ignite Boutique. We're partners with Ignite Boutique. We're in Fashion 911. You can find me on Instagram at Car Accessories. You can find me on the website caraccessories.com. You can call the number 876-395-3432.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we are coming to a close, listeners, but not before I reiterate some of the gems in which we have been shared with today. A nice, delicious meals of gems. And one in which she says, turn a negative into an opportunity. She saw a need and she satisfied it. She also said that not only satisfy the needs of your customers externally, but also internally. So she satisfied the needs of persons, total needs, and that would lead you to success. She also says, rise above challenges and never give up, because she is a woman of faith. She doubled her faith. She aligned her faith coupled with her husband and her support system of friends. She also says that she will and she has outsourced some of the manufacturing challenges that she was having while she developed it internally. That is a very good point. She also, as we can eloquently hear she expressed herself about the high standards and the passion that she has for her business, the confident, authentic woman. She also says that, listen, research your customer, know your customers is very, very important for her success. But she also says that you must connect yourself with the right persons. Yes. Have a network of persons which adds value to you, and that makes the stew a very tasteful stew. But last but not least, she said, yes, your why, yes, man of God, yes, must be greater than your circumstances.
That's my favorite one.
That's my favorite one also.
My favorite one.
Listeners, I don't know which one is your favorite, but for me, that is my favorite. So we want to thank you, Lady Anna K. Williams, the confident, authentic woman, for sharing with us today on the business end. And we have received some gems that I think could last a lifetime.
Yes.
And more.
And more.
And more, man of God. I am your host, Zidane Simister. The Apostle Courtney McLean and I would like to also thank my guest host, Sir Tennyson Dixon, for joining us.
Most welcome. Thank you for having me.
And may I have your presence of future. Well done, well done. Oh, you can find us on our socials. At Instagram, it is at The Business End Show. On YouTube, it is The Business End. And until next week, continue to be your increasing best. We thank you.
Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Simister are powered up to share their expertise on the business end. But don't forget to tell a friend or a colleague, and of course have your tools on hand, your notebook and your pen. Classes are in session every Tuesday, 3:30 on Gospel JA for the business end. Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Simister await you.